Hey guys, Gon here. Some people have asked me to do another account showcase, so here I am showcasing my account. In case you guys didn't know or hear from my last video, I recently took over the rank 1 spot, so I am officially the rank 1 box on global with 21,772,018 box CC. I don't have the highest team CC though. I am a little bit behind. As you can see, I'm slacking. My friend, his name is Neon, is rank 1. And he's tied with Oriole, who's also in Valhalla, is rank 2. I guess since they're tied though, they'd be both rank 1 and I would be rank 2. But we're almost there, as you can see. We're a rank 3, and then you have some other people that are slightly below me. So, but I am rank 1 right now for the time being, and I wanted to do a showcase of my account. So let's get cracking. First, let me go to my ult levels. Let me sort by my ult levels too. All right, so you can see here are all of my units. I've been playing since day 1, and I have everyone, almost everyone, 6-6. You'll see the couple that I am missing when we get near the bottom. It'll take us a little bit of time to get there. Almost there. We are almost there, and then we have 3 people that are not 6-6. We are still missing the 2-6 wild that have not gotten yet, so we're almost there with Wild when they eventually drop him. We have a 3-6 Mike Wheeler, which has always been the bane of my existence. Stranger Things collab was terrible, and I regret not 6-6ing him, even though the Stranger Things collab units were just garbage. I do have some hope though that with the new season of Stranger Things, maybe they'll do a rerun or they'll put back the units so I can finally end this suffering. And then my last one that I'm missing is Varghese. He was a PvP unit. I didn't do that well during that season. I only was able to get 3 copies. But when he comes back, I will definitely work on getting him. I could use my PvP coins on him, but it's just really not worth all of the investment just for the very, very, very small chance when I will get more copies during the PvP season. Other than that, let's take a look at how many people I have true awakened. You can see I have quite a bit awakened. So we're going down. I mean, I'm not going to count them all for you. I just want to show you how many people have been awakened. You don't really see this. That's a lot of constellation points. That's also a lot of investment in terms of like, look at the resources that you have to do for them. You have to invest in the Demon King points, you have to invest in the True Awakening materials, and then you have, of course, the LR seals that you have to put into it. So, actually, it'd probably be easier to show how much I'm missing. Not that much if you look. I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, and then we have 64, 65. So I'm missing 66 of the units who are not true awakened, and that's because a lot of it is gated behind LR seals. They're not easy to get. There is no farmable way to get them that besides the ways that we get, which is every couple weeks we have Hero Arena or we have one of the other final bosses. So we're getting there, not quite there, but almost there. Here is my constellation. You can see, I'll show you some of my rolls on it. My first constellation, I have never really improved these much because it's always worth investing in the higher constellations. So I'm at 76, 61, and 65. My second constellation that I have, a little bit better. Again, it's always better than the other ones, 71, 64, and 69. And then the last constellation, once you get to constellation 6, you get this one. This is where I shine a lot. I have 72, 70, and 76. So my constellation in the NV1 is quite good. I do roll them all the time, hoping to get them. I still think this system is really, really poor on constellation upgrades because you can go through so much and get no increases. Like, I think my longest dry run was about, I would say, maybe about 4 weeks, and I didn't get any increases at all doing it every week. So it just eats up, and you can use diamonds on them. I burned, like, before the world tournament that I won, I burned like 4K of my gems to try to get increases, and it was a very minimal one, so that was very poor. I don't like the system that much. Constellation progress, I finally got all of my HP orbs, and now I am working on my attack orbs. I am at 58.66. I may be the highest on global. There may be, I think Oreo might be slightly higher based on costumes. But you can see the next one I'm working on is right here. And I am a little bit more than halfway there, maybe a unit and a half, and I'll be able to get there. And I'll have my third attack orb, but these just make a huge difference on your box CC. You can see that just having this much Constellation, I'm getting 3,000 HP on my team all over the place. So that's why when you see my account do some crazy things and you're like, why isn't my account like that? Well, I have an insane amount of investment into my Constellation. In terms of gear, what I have, my gear, every unit in my box has UR gear, and the reason why is because you want to make sure that these units have UR gear because they will increase your box CC. You want to be as high as possible. You want to have high box CC as possible. So you can see, I think I'm sorted by attack. I guess I'm not. Everyone in the box has gear. I typically try to make sure everybody has HP gear, HP defense, because that's going to be your highest CC that you get. You get a lot more HP than you do with attack. So you can see everybody has that. I also usually try, and you'll obviously see when you go through the box some exceptions. For usable, the best gear I have with people, I always have the two set pieces being the necklaces and the earrings. And you want to do that so you can just switch them out and not have to build another piece of gear. But you'll see, like, I have other pieces here. And this gear isn't like junk gear. This gear is rolled gear. I have all of it rolled, even on like units that aren't considered that great. Like here's an Oslo Hawk. That's a 14.2% belt. Like that's no joke. So you can see the entire box has it. You'll see attack sets every once in a while because it's impossible for me to take all of them off. If I wanted to, I could get higher box CC, but what I would have to do is I would have to destroy these attack sets. And like some of these attack sets are so good. Like even though Zeldris isn't used anymore, eventually there probably is going to be another Zeldris. So I don't really want to destroy the attack set that I may end up using one day. But you can also see, just looking at my box right here, that I have a lot of my sets just floating around. Like you can see even like garbage units. Like when's the last time you saw someone using Kane, Marmus, Gustav? They all have gear that's rolled pretty well. So I used a lot of hammers and I used a lot of anvils and UR stones just for the CC increase. I think we're almost near the bottom. Yeah, there you go. So you can see everyone in my box has gear. I don't think anyone's missing anything right now. Nope. It's a big pain in the neck to fix that. You can see, again, I showed you that the rolls in the box are not that bad. Like my lowest belt right here, it's rolled to 12, 20, 38, which isn't a terrible base stat. Obviously, if you want higher box CC, you would roll this higher. And then, you know, it's not a bad piece of gear at all. Same right here, like 13.8, not terrible. So that's what my box looks like. And then you can see in my inventory, the sets that aren't being used, they're primarily attack sets because the attack doesn't give as much as the HP. So those are there. You'll see every once in a while I have some sets, special gear, like I have a Gelda piece right here. These were used maybe for like Guild Wars or something special. Maybe eventually I'll get rid of them for space because I do get, you can see I get pretty tight on my space. And same thing, a lot of these right here are specially rolled for specific things, like for defenses or for special content. Like you want to have these rolls because they will make the difference. They really don't appear like it, but they will help. Especially like that's what these common ones are. Because the common stats, you can max them out and they're really not that much of a difference, and you don't need to use hammers or anvils. So that's what my gear looks like in my account. Let's take a look at what my inventory looks like. I always have a lot of cool stuff in here. You can see I have my books here. I always try not to have too many of them because, again, you can see my inventory space is kind of low. I have my bird relic mats, I have my deer relic mats, and I have my demon beast mats. I have a lot of dragons saved up. I do have quite a bit of squirrel, but we haven't had really that many relics, so I haven't been farming the squirrel as much as I probably should be, so I probably should be farming a little bit more. And then I started to work on my skull and Haiti because obviously Probably the next beast, since we already got bird and we got deer upgrades, probably the next beast will be the dog. So I will probably farm a little bit more of these when we get half stamina. I am officially out of my win sources because I've used them all to farm up my relics. I'll show you my relics in a second after I'm done with my inventory. Cosmetic max, we're a lot lower than we were last time. I've been using these to increase my constellation progress. I'll show you how in a couple minutes. Now we got some demon mats. Here's where it gets a little bit crazy. I have these UR pendants. These are 6 pendants each. I have 206s lying around in my box. I have my Demon King mats. I have my Super Awakening coins. Got some SSR card sets lying around to max out my artifacts. We got the mats from the birds that you can see me farming. Alright, here's where we get some insane numbers. I have 1,152 SSR pendants. I don't ever use them, so I just save them up. I have 3,599 enhanced pots. Again, all my units are already maxed out, so I rarely use them as much, so I just keep them in my inventory and they build up. I'm quite a bit low on my anvils. I've been using them to push my box. You can see that's how I got rank 1. I pushed my box. So I've been low on my hammers and my anvils. Same thing, my pink stones aren't as high as they should be because I've been using them to build more gear sets. I have 1,909 blue stones. I have a whole bunch of the Ragnarok pieces. You can see I have a whole bunch of these boxes too. I've been farming my deer and my bird. That way you can see that I have them. And then this here we got some pendants. These aren't anything special, and we got some redstones. There's no point in me really showing. I'll show you the food. There's no point going into the food. Here I have some of my my card sets. I'm missing quite a bit of cards, but it's just so frustrating to deal with. I got some demon mats built up. Here I have 266 SSR tickets. I haven't used them in a very long time. The only time I really typically use them is I use them when I have a dry spell, when I am doing summons and I'm not seeing anything for a while. I'll use a couple of these to pull. Here are some PvP units that I have left over. So I already have the 60 skill thunder, but I have 7 chests, so that technically means I have an 11-6 skill thunder. Here is the Walio. I have a 15-6 Walio, and then I have Helbram here, which means I have another 11-6 Helbram. So that's a pretty cool thing I have in my box that not many people have. I haven't used these yet. I should probably use them. You know what? I'll show them here in the box. Let's see. Get something good from Legend Clear. Okay. I mean, 18 gems is pretty good, and I'll take that. I have 562 event key bundles. There's really nothing in here that I really use. I'll do them obviously for like the dailies, but I don't really need any of the rewards. And then I got my race tickets. I got 141 demon fairy goddess tickets, and then I have 176 human giant unknown tickets. Again, I don't really use them because I usually max out the units when I get them. The last cool thing that I have in my inventory is I have all of these UR chests. I have about 16,000 chests. This is gold. I'm always hoping, and I know I'm probably just holding my breath, that they will eventually bring back the gear gacha where you can use your gold to roll for more hammers, because I love hammers. And yeah, that's why. So if I were to sell this all right now, this would give me 1.5 billion gold. And I'm always hoping that I will eventually get, more of the gear gacha. And then here, these things are just for Guild Wars. These are the buffs in Guild Wars. Next, what I want to show you, if I go here to my shop, obviously you'll see I have some things bought. But if I go to Sacred Treasures and I look at outfits and I can sort by the outfits, you can see that I have no items being sold. What that means is I have every cosmetic that you can buy in the game, and that costs me a ton of gems. And as you guys notice, when you get cosmetics, they increase your GP. So that's one of the reasons why my constellation progress is incredibly high, because I invested in my costumes, every costume in the game. I'm only missing a few costumes that I was lazy and I didn't get or I missed. I'm pretty sure I'm missing one of the Ram costumes, but eventually when they come back, I will get them. Coin-wise, I have a lot of coins. Here are my extra UR coins. I have 1 extra Mael, 3 Thor, 5 Escanor, and 4 Arthur. My festival coins, I have 79 festival coins. You can see these are all my festival units. And then I'm getting lower on my plat coins because I've been using them obviously to True Awakening, but you can see I'm sitting on 502. My dupes for slime, I have 1 extra beta and 1 extra shadow. 3,509 gold coins, 11,000 silver coins. These are just essentially stamina pots. So I have a bunch of coins. Oh, I know what you guys want to see. People have always been asking me this. People have been asking to see my Brawl Teams. So what I'm going to do, and if you made it this far in the video, or if you're watching, I'm going to show you my Brawl Teams, and I'm also going to give you the AI for the Brawl Teams. So if you want to copy it, you're more than welcome to. Alright, so the teams that I am using right now, I have a human team with Escanor, Iha, Mazzino, and Zenaria, I want to say? No, Jenna. There's Jenna, Zenaria. I mix up the dudes all the time. I'm using that. I will post the AI in the chat. If you want to look at the AI, you're more than welcome to. But here is the AI I'm going to show you. It is right here. The second team that I'm using in Brawl is another human team. This one with Lancelot and naisens and Percival. Again, you can pretty much gather, based on what the gear is, what they're using. Here is the AI. Again, I'll post it in the chat. And then finally, I'm using a angel or goddess team. Here is the AI for that. It may not be the most up to date, but they are pretty decent. So if you want to copy it, you're more than welcome to copy it. But that's the AI I have right now, and I haven't really updated it in a little bit. But you never know, like it could help you out. And if you want to use it, you use it. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. And then I think the last thing I want to show you guys before, I'll show you 2 other things. So one, this is always a cool thing to show people. Let me see if I can find it. Let me pause real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so here is titles in the game. I'm one of the few people in the game that have this title. What this title is called Umbra. In order to get this title, you have to have 1 of each crown. So I have a platinum crown, I have a gold crown, a silver crown, and a shining crown. And then you have to have 10 crowns in total. So it's one of the hardest ones to get. I have a whole bunch of other titles, but obviously I like to show off. I like to flex. And Umbra is the one that you have to flex on. The only other one that's really cool to flex about that people usually see is you'll see people flex the Constellation of Pride. And it's because it's the only 2 titles in the game that have that purple title that are just really cool to show. Obviously you can see I've been doing a lot of deer and bird because I have the titles of destroying them, and I'm still missing a little bit of these other card sets. Let me show you my final bosses. So here is my final boss history. You can see here are all of my crowns. The last one that we had was the final boss run with the Elaine and Bond. I got rank 5. Here are all my crowns. You can see I got rank 1 for Sariel, Tarmael, the Brothers, Hell. I got a lot of the crowns for that. They're fun. I like doing them. And then the last big thing that I use to increase my box CC that you'll see over time is if you look at all of my characters, they have all of their costumes maxed, like a good portion of them. Like obviously I'm not doing the SR ones because they take, like, look, if I wanted to increase this up all the way, that's 140. So I try to focus on the SSR ones first. But if you take a look at my box, you'll see that a lot of these characters have all of their cosmetics max, or a huge amount of them. And the whole reason why is because every single time you max one of them up to the UR level, you get 1 GP, and that's also box CC too. Like if you have all of these max like I do, these characters will end up giving you more box CC by having them maxed. So you can see, especially with these units, the older units, those are the ones that have a lot of the SR cosmetics that I don't really max out. But pretty much every new unit that we have in the game, I have maxed out cosmetics because they just give you such a huge increase. Same thing, these are some of the rarer costumes. Like this is a rare Dreyfus one that they haven't released that much. They're just maxed out. But let me show you guys the relics that I have. You can see everybody who can, well, first I think I'll go here and I can show you this. So if I go over to the Demon Beast, high completed relics. Obviously, you guys probably expect me to have them all, and I do. But when we look at them, I have a good portion of them maxed out. So I have a good portion of deer and bird. Obviously, I'm still farming on my deer because you can see some units don't have them. But everyone has the bird relic upgraded at the very least, and a good portion of them have the deer. And that's because you just get such an insane amount of stats for them. Not only do you get stats, you also get a ton of GP, and you get box CC. So that's one of the reasons why I've been able to get such high levels, because I grinded with my deer and my bird, and I was able to max out their relics, which takes quite a bit. Other than that, I don't really think there's anything else that I have to show you. I mean, I can show you, this is my guild. You're more than welcome to apply if you have a high box. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm very grateful for you guys. I enjoy doing this because of you. If there's anything you guys want to see or you want to ask me, I'm more than happy to answer. I think I already said this. If I didn't, my bad. I do have a Discord server that you guys are always welcome to join. I always try to reply to your comments, or if you join the Discord server and you have anything to ask, I always try to make sure to try to respond. So, if you like the videos, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.